Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This is a B1 level lesson on language arts, and today we're going to talk about descriptive devices. So look at the picture. What can you see, and what adjectives can you use to describe what you see? All right, we're going to read two different texts describing the same scene, and then we'll answer the questions. And you can pause the video and read on your own, or you can follow along as I read. When you arrive at the market, you see that the market is a deep sea of people. Sometimes you think that the whole world is there to shop. It's as exciting as a concert or festival. The market sellers call out to the shoppers and promise that they have the best prices in town. Each sale is like negotiating a business deal. As you continue down the street, the warm smells of the food hit you. The food crackles and sizzles as it cooks. Everything looks simply delicious. You will never want to leave until you have tried everything, but there is so much to try that you would never leave. When you arrive at the market, you notice that there are a lot of people. It is usually very busy and very crowded. The people look at the things that the market stalls are selling. The market sellers call out to the people about the things on sale. They talk to each other and decide a price. As you walk further down the street, you can also smell the food that people are selling. It smells and looks very good. There are lots of different types of food, so it takes a long time to choose what to buy. But all the food is good, so it is not important what you choose to buy. So, are there any similarities between the description and how you described the picture? And where do you think that these texts come from? Just take a guess. And which one do you think is more descriptive? You can read these again on your own, but then answer that question. Which one is a more effective description and why? So, text one used a lot of different descriptive techniques, and one of these techniques is the simile. A simile is when we compare something with another thing using like or as, and this helps the reader to understand descriptions more clearly. So, for example, each sale is like negotiating a deal, or it's as exciting as a concert. So those are just two examples of similes. So now we're going to practice rewrite the descriptions below using similes. And here's an example. Leo and Joe are very different. Leo and Joe are as different as night and day. So as different as night and day is a simile to say that they are very different. His skin feels cold. His skin feels like ice. So go ahead and see if you can come up with some similes for these sentences, and then restart when you're ready to see some possible answers. You might have different answers, but we'll talk about some possibilities. So Marina was really happy. Marina was as happy as one common simile is happy as a kid in a candy store. The shopping mall is very noisy. This, the shopping mall is like, think of a noisy place, I don't know, an exciting sporting event. My dad swims really well. My dad swims like a fish. This jacket is very soft. This jacket is as soft as silk. The soup is really hot. The soup is like a sidewalk uh, in July, maybe something like that. And he's really quick. He is as quick as a jackrabbit. And you might have others. These are just some possibilities. Now, metaphor is another descriptive technique. A metaphor also compares two things, but it doesn't use like or as. A metaphor says that something is something else. You see that market is you see that the market is a deep sea of people. Now, is it really a deep sea? No, because a deep sea would be water, but we use the metaphor a deep sea of people to just kind of paint the picture that there are just people everywhere. So, like when you look out at the ocean, the water, the waves are just everywhere as far as you can see. And so, basically, this metaphor is saying that in the crowded market, there are people as far as you can see. All right, using metaphors, so you're going to look at the sentences and match the metaphors to the words in bold. Her face was warm and bright. You could say her face was a shining star. A college degree is a great opportunity for success. A college degree is a golden ticket to success. My dad is somebody old-fashioned. My dad is a dinosaur. Naeem is a positive, hopeful person. This one could also be a shining star, maybe. Angela is a person who gets up early. Angela is an early bird. And my teacher is a person who gets angry a lot. My teacher is I don't know, trying to think of a metaphor for an angry person. My teacher is uh, a short, a short fuse. My teacher is a short fuse, or a person with a short fuse. Okay, onomatopoeia is another technique. Onomatopoeia is using words that sound similar to the thing that they describe. Using onomatopoeia makes the descriptions feel more real to the reader. The food crackles and sizzles as it cooks. So, crackle and sizzle, those words are similar to the actual sound that food makes when it's cooking. So match the onomatopoeic words to the pictures and then try to make some sentences to describe the pictures. So here's an example. The cat purred happily as I touched its face. So purr goes with cat. So hiss would go with the snake. Beep is the car horn. Flutter would be the wings of the hummingbird. Moan would be the person in pain. And giggle would be the girls telling jokes. So just see if you can make some sentences to describe each of these pictures using the onomatopoeic word. And a final technique is called hyperbole. Hyperbole or exaggeration is saying something is a much more extreme way than is really true to express a strong meaning to the reader. The whole world is there to shop. Well, it's not literally the whole world, that is an exaggeration, but that says to the reader that there are a lot of people there. and there is so much to try that you would never leave. Well, that isn't really true. You would have to leave at some point, but it's just a way of stressing the fact that there are so many things to see in that space. So we're going to read the examples of hyperbole and then see if you can explain what they mean in your own words. So that knife couldn't cut hot butter. Well, this would be hyperbole to mean the knife is really dull. It's not sharp. It needs to be sharpened. This suitcase weighs a ton. Well, it doesn't literally weigh a ton. It just means it is very heavy. The dog has ears a mile long. Well, they're not literally a mile. It just means the dog has very long ears. And I'm so tired I could sleep 100 years. Again, no one can really sleep for 100 years, but it just means a person is extremely tired and can sleep for a very long time. All right, so now look at these pictures and discuss the questions. Where are these people and what can they see? And see if you can describe the pictures in detail using the descriptive techniques, similes, metaphors, onomatopoeia, and hyperbole. Next, you're going to write a descriptive text about one of these pictures. So you're going to choose one and make some notes in the table of the descriptive techniques that you could use. And then write your text describing the picture that you chose. You can use your notes to help and make sure that your work meets all of this criteria. Did you use at least one simile, at least one metaphor, at least one example of onomatopoeia, and at least one example of hyperbole? And if you would like me to do a peer check on your writing, you can send me a sample of your writing at this email address. And leave me a note in the comments also to let me know that you would like some feedback in case the email gets lost in my junk or spam folder. I'll know to go and look there for it. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, and think about the techniques that we talked about in descriptive writing, give some examples, and talk about the effects of these techniques. Again, like, subscribe, share, and send me an email if you would like feedback on your writing. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.